Good evening. Welcome back to McDonald's Stadium here in El Dorado. Get you started a little late again. You could probably guess why. More technology issues. It is so fun to work with all kinds of technology that never works right. But we are here. We got it running finally. And it's time for baseball. Actually, we're late. It's already started. Ryan Randall's leading it off for the Larks tonight. And he is down 0-2 here on the El Dorado starter, Dylan Zenzel. He comes into tonight's contest with a record of 1-1, an ERA of 4.70. The 0-2 to Randall is going to be outside, and he takes ball one. Batting order tonight for the Larks. Ryan Randall's going to lead it off. Devin Hager bats second. Wyatt Divis is third. As Randall's going to pop that one up into the bullpen out in the left field. The count will remain 1-2. Middle part of the order for the Larks, John Rensel is going to be batting cleanup tonight. Jacob Boston will be after him. And in the 6th hole is Clayton Raspberry. Bottom third of the order, Cole Solomon, Matt Munoz, and Scott Wolverton. So that is the 9 for the Larks. We'll set the field when they take the field in the bottom of the first. Here comes the 1-2 again to Ryan Randall. Swing and a miss. A Zenzel curve that just fell away from Randall. Gets him to chase. And there's one out here in the top of the first inning. So that'll bring Devin Hager to the plate now for the Larks. Devin was 0 for 2 last night. A hit by pitch, a walk, a pair of sac bunts. He'll dig in on the right side here to face Zenzel. There's a strike as he throws a fastball and gets it across. Larks coming into tonight with a record of 23-5 overall, 17-4 in the Jayhawk League. Currently winners of 8 straight ball games as Hager pops that straight up on the infield, and the third baseman Sorensen's going to call everybody off and make the play in front of the plate. And there are 2 quick outs here in the Larks' first inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 16, Wyatt Divis. Divis was the winning pitcher last night. He threw 3 1/3 in relief and got the W. First pitch from Zenzel's high, ball 1. Larks 5 games clear of everybody in the Jayhawk League as Liberal is in second, Dodge City in third, just a half game behind Liberal. Divis is going to line that to center field. Back goes Caravala towards the track. He will make the catch, and that is the inning. Larks are down in order as Dylan Zenzel has a very quick and quiet top of the first. We move to the bottom half of the inning here at McDonald's Stadium. Larks 0, Broncos coming to bat.
Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the first inning here in El Dorado. Larks and Broncos scoreless tonight in game number 2. Caleb Littlejim's going to lead it off. He's going to ground the first pitch to Ryan Randall at second base, who's going to throw him out. And 1 pitch, 1 out for tonight's starter for the Larks, number 29, Tyler Blomster. He comes into tonight's contest with a record of 2-2, an ERA of 5.40. He'll face Jarrett Coyne now for the Broncos. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. Jarrett Coyne was 1 for 3 last night with a pair of walks, also hit by pitch. Blomster comes into tonight's contest with 19 strikeouts to just 2 free passes. And he just got strikeout number 20. So 2 very quick outs here for Blomster in the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Mack to the plate now for El Dorado. He did not play in last night's series opener. So this will be his first action of the series as Blomster gets in and gets right ahead as he delivers an off-speed pitch that catches the inside corner. And already the strike zone is more giving than it was last night, as that one's up the middle right past the glove of Tyler Blomster and into center field. That's a 2-out knock for Aaron Mack here in the first. Brady Sargent to the plate now for El Dorado. He was the catcher last night. He is at first base tonight. So Blomster is on the mound. Scott Wolverton's behind the plate for the Larks. Around the infield is Cole Solomon. He starts at third. Devin Hager is the starting shortstop once again tonight. Ryan Randall back at second, and John Rensel Jr. at first. In the outfield, Jacob Boston is back in left. Matt Munoz in center, and Clayton Raspberry is back in the field tonight. He is in right. So the batting order is the same with the exception of the bottom, Scott Wolverton now in the 9-hole instead of Michael Anastasia. Other than that, with the exception of a few swaps in the field, the batting order is exactly the same as last night. As Blomster falls behind Brady Sargent 3-1. So Blomster gets the K of Brady Sargent, and he's going to strike out 2 in the inning, and El Dorado goes down just as quickly as Hayes does as Tyler Blomster retires the Broncos in just 11 pitches. We have played 1 inning here in game number 2 from El Dorado. Larks and Broncos are scoreless. And we're back here in El Dorado, top of the second inning for Dylan Zenzel, as the Larks will send the middle of their order, 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. John Rensel Jr. is going to lead it off. As he will even the count there at 1-1 with that foul ball. Rensel was last night's hero, hit a towering home run in the top of the 11th inning to give the Larks the lead for good, and I'm not sure that that ball has landed, as that one was just, he did not miss a single piece of that baseball out to right field. Here comes the 2-1 from Zenzel. That one's going to be fouled off to the left, and that's going to get out of play over there into the Broncos bullpen. And the count is even at 2-2, so John will have to battle here now against Zenzel. Rensel comes into tonight hitting .367 on the year. He has 4 home runs, 28 driven in. Here comes the 2-2. Up and out, and he works the count full. Jacob Boston waits on deck for Hayes. Zenzel out of the windup, the really short windup. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got Rensel on strikes. And there is one away here in the second inning. That'll bring Jacob Boston to the plate now for Hayes. Boston was 1 for 3 last night. He was walked twice. He drove in 1 run, and he scored twice. So, filling up the stat sheet last night. Here comes the pitch to Boston. That one missed as well to Jacob, and the count is 2-0. Jacob in 5 games for the Larks hits an even .300. And he's going to pop that one up into right center field. Here comes Caravala and Coyne converging. Coyne's going to call him off in right center, and he will make the play. So 2 up, 2 down here for Hayes in the second inning. Clayton Raspberry to the plate now for the Larks. Clayton was 2 for 5 last night, a pair of singles and RBI. He hits .264 on the summer for the Larks. 1 home run, 12 runs driven in. He has 5 doubles. Has walked 16 times. Here comes the 0-1 from Dylan Zenzel. Curveball misses away, and that'll even the count. Larks looking to win the series here tonight in El Dorado. They can pick up a win and take the series before the finale tomorrow night. Here comes the 1-1 from Zenzel. Strike number 2. That fastball catches the corner. Out of the windup, Zenzel delivers the 1-2. A swing and a miss. Raspberry is down on strikes. And Dylan Zenzel has another very quick inning as he has retired the first 6 Larks of the night. We have played an inning and a half here in El Dorado. Larks and Broncos tied at 0. Bottom of the second here at McDonald's Stadium. Tyler Blomster back out for the Larks. Here for his second inning of work. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Broncos. Actually, excuse me, 5, 6, and 7. John Sorensen is leading it off. As he fouls that one off, it'll even the count at 1. So Blomster looking to follow suit and work another quick inning as Dylan Zenzel for the Broncos has retired all 6 Larks. Sorensen's going to check his swing, but that breaker from Blomster is in there, and Tyler works ahead 1-2. Out of the windup, here he comes. Fastball just a bit outside. That was a very nice pitch by Tyler, but couldn't get the call on the corner. Here comes the 2-2. That one is low and in, and now Sorensen has worked the count full here to begin the second for El Dorado. Sorensen will pop it up into center field. Munoz will range in and to his right, and he'll make the play. 1 out in the second. Coming to the plate now for El Dorado is going to be the second baseman tonight for the Broncos, number 3, Tanner Sheets, as he takes ball 1 from Tyler Blomster. Sheets moved down in the order tonight, and he moved from the 3 hole to the 6 spot, as that strike will even the count. He was 0 for 5 last night with a walk and a run scored. That one's going to bounce in there from Blomster. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 2-1. Fastball up and in, and now 3 balls and 1 strike, and Tyler's in danger of losing him. Sheets is going to sky that one way up on the infield. Solomon is into foul ground. He'll make the catch. 2 away here in the second inning. Pete Caravala.
Center fielder number 15, Pete Caravala.
Caravala's the first pitch to him misses for ball 1. El Dorado currently sits at 11-12 in the Jayhawk League. They trail the Larks by 7 games, currently in 5th place. Here comes the pitch from Blomster. There's a strike. So Pete Caravala for El Dorado came into last night's game with no home runs, and he put 2 of them over the right field wall last night. So he delivered some offense for El Dorado and kept him in the ball game. And that was a very close curveball there from Blomster as it just missed low. That'll load the count. Here comes the payoff pitch from Tyler. Fastball flied out to left field. Back goes Boston towards the track. He will make the play, and the Broncos are retired here in the second inning. Tyler Blomster gets El Dorado 1-2-3, and we are done with 2. We move to the third inning here in El Dorado McDonald Stadium. Larks and Broncos tied at 0.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here in El Dorado, top of the third inning. No score between the Broncos and the Larks. Dylan Zenzel back to the mound for the Broncos. He has retired all 6 Larks he has faced so far. Cole Solomon will lead it off here in the third. He takes ball 1 and then flares one into right center. That's going to drop in between 3 fielders. And that is a leadoff single for Cole Solomon here to begin the Larks' third. And that will bring Matt Munoz to the plate for the Larks. He'll dig in on the left side to face the lefty Zenzel. Here comes the first pitch. Munoz is going to drill it to right center field. Back goes Jared Coyne. He will make the play. And Solomon will retreat to first base. So that ball was looked a little bit better off the bat than it ended up. I think he caught it off the end there a little bit and kind of died on him out there in right center. Got a little bit of wind blowing in from right tonight as well, so didn't help the cause. Coming to the plate now for Hayes is going to be the catcher, number 17, Scott Wolverton. And he checks his swing at a curve in the dirt. It's 0-1. Zenzel's getting his sign from Ethan Payne. He's ready. Here comes the 0-1 to Wolverton. And Scott takes a strike. It's 0-2. Top of the order, Ryan Randall wait on deck for Hayes. Solomon leads from first, 1 out, top of the third. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, down he goes. And there are 2 away here for the Larks in the third. And Dylan Zenzel has 4 strikeouts already here tonight. So Ryan Randall will dig back in. He's also a lefty. Here comes the first pitch to Randall upstairs, ball 1. There's a strike from Zenzel to even the count on Randall. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Zenzel. And that one is in the dirt. Ethan Payne gets his body in the way. Nice block there to save 90 feet. Ryan Randall works ahead 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 to Randall. Lines it foul out of play down the left-hand side and got the right idea there, trying to go the opposite way. Just a little bit too late there and smoked it out of play over the Bronco bullpen out of the stadium. So Ryan will dig back in and await the 2-2 from Dylan Zenzel. Solomon still on first base. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off again by Ryan. And we'll do it again. So Solomon led off the third with a base hit, but he is still standing on first after the line drive out by Munoz and the strikeout by Wolverton. Here comes the 2-2 again to Randall. And he will foul it off, this time of himself. And we will have to do it again at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 again to Randall. And again, a foul ball. Here comes the 2-2 again to Randall. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by the catcher Zenzel. He's going to run it halfway and then flip it the other half to Brady Sargent, and the Larks are done here in the third. No runs on a hit, no El Dorado errors, one man left on base. We move to the bottom of the third here at McDonald Stadium in El Dorado. Larks and Broncos tied at 0.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here in El Dorado, bottom of the third inning. Ethan Payne's going to lead it off against Tyler Blomster. Count is even at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 from Tyler, fouled off. And he works ahead of the first man up, Ethan Payne. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the third. 1 hit apiece for El Dorado and Hayes so far. Both pitchers have moved fairly quickly through the other order. Down goes Payne. Wolverton's going to have to throw down to complete the strikeout. He fires a strike to John Rensel, and there is 1 away here in the third. So Blomster following suit with Zenzel, and he continues to retire Bronco hitters. Austin Toth, the hitter now for El Dorado. He also did not play last night for the Broncos, so this is his first action of the series. Swing and a miss. And it is 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and missed by Toth again, and Blomster's ahead 0-2. Austin Toth hits .264 so far this summer. He has 11 runs driven in. So still no balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Tyler Blomster. And he hit him. And that was not what Blomster was trying to do there. Austin Toth kind of threw the bat in frustration or disgust. I'm sure that didn't feel good right in the center of the back, but El Dorado's going to have a 1-out base runner here in the third inning, and that will turn the lineup over. Caleb Littlejim back to the plate now for El Dorado. He is 0 for 1, but he struck the ball well in the first inning as he grounded out to Ryan Randall on the first pitch of the game. So Littlejim will dig in on the right side to face Blomster. Here comes the first pitch. Off speed in there for strike 1. Another off speed there. That's the same pitch from Tyler, just threw it a little bit lower, and it dove into the dirt. Littlejim swung over the top. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here at the bottom of the third. Blomster set. Here comes the pitch. That one is in the turf. A nice block there by Wolverton to keep it in front and save 90 feet. One ball, 2 strikes here to Caleb Littlejim, the shortstop. comes the 1-2. Ground ball. Slow roller to Solomon. He's going to have to hurry. He goes to second and gets the force just barely over there at second, as Randall did a nice job to keep his foot on the bag and make sure he secured that ball and get the lead runner. So that is a 5-4 fielder's choice for Caleb Littlejim. He's going to reach first, and there are 2 outs. Jarrett Coyne back to the plate for El Dorado. Here comes the first pitch from Blomster. Ground ball again right at Solomon. He's going to go the same way to Randall. Same result. And Tyler Blomster is out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We have played 3 here in El Dorado. Larks and Broncos are scoreless.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in.
And we're back here in El Dorado, top of the 4th. No score between the Larks and the Broncos. A very quick moving game. Devin Hager is going to lead it off against Dylan Zenzel. He's going to try and drop down a bunt down the first base line. It rolls foul, and Zenzel works ahead 0-1. So no runs for either team, 1 hit apiece. No errors yet tonight. A very quick moving game. Both pitchers appear to have their stuff working.
Bigger strike zone today, too.
Here comes the 0-1, and that one's a strike also from Zenzel, and Hager's behind quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 misses low and in. Devin's going to take ball 1. Zenzel out of the short windup he has. Here comes the 1-2 to Devin. Off speed. Devin grounds it foul past third base, and we'll have to do it again at 1-2. Devin is 0 for 1 tonight. Popped up to the third baseman. Came into tonight's game hitting .283. 13 runs driven in. 5 doubles on the year. Here comes the 1-2 again. That's going to be grounded at the shortstop, Caleb Littlejim, and he's going to make a short throw, but Sargent is going to pick it and make the tag of Devin Hager. So there is 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. So that'll bring Wyatt Divis back to the plate now for the Larks. He is 0 for 1, flied out to Caravala in center, but he hit the ball very hard his first time up. He'll dig in on the left side and foul off the first pitch from Zenzel. It is 0-1. Here comes Zenzel's 0-1 to Divis. That one is going to miss low and in. Wyatt lays off and evens the count. So Zenzel working quickly here in the 4th. Here comes his 1-1. And Wyatt fouls it off over to the right. And he falls behind Zenzel. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 4th inning. No score. Here comes the pitch from Zenzel, and Wyatt is going to shoot that one the other way into left center field, and that'll drop for a 1-out single. So Wyatt has hit the ball really well tonight, and he's on base. That'll bring John Rensel back to the plate here for the Larks. See what he can do against the lefty Zenzel. Rensel and Zenzel. Here comes the first pitch. Inside, ball one. And the 1-0 up and in, almost caught John on the right shoulder, but he will back out of the way of that heater and work ahead 2-0 here on the lefty Zenzel. Here comes the pitch to Rensel Jr. There's a strike as he was taking all the way on that one. And now he'll dig back in looking to find something to hit. Divis leads from first, 1 out here in the fourth. Here comes the pitch to John Rensel. Fastball stays upstairs, and it's 3-1. Jacob Boston waits on deck for Hayes. Here comes the pitch. That one is high again, and John Rensel takes a 5-pitch walk. That will move Wyatt Divis into second base, and the Larks have put a runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the fourth, and that will bring up Jacob Boston now for Hayes. So the Larks have tonight's first scoring opportunity. Boston will dig in on the right side. He's 0 for 1, flat out to the right fielder. Here comes the first pitch from the lefty. Found the inside part of the zone. It's 0-1. Zenzel gets his sign from Payne. Here comes the 0-1 to Boston. Off speed drilled into the gap in left center. That's going to get all the way to the warning track. Divis is going to round third. He's going to score easily. Trouble picking it up. Rensel's going to round third. He's going to be waved home. No throw is made. And that is a 2 RBI double for Jacob Boston. And the Larks strike first here tonight. They lead the Broncos 2-0 in the top of the fourth inning. Good piece of hitting there by Boston to just drive that one, take the inside fastball and just drive it back up pretty much where it came from, perfectly into that gap in left center. So now Jacob is on second. That'll bring Clayton Raspberry to the plate here with 1 out. Still a runner in scoring position here in the fourth inning. Here comes Zenzel's first pitch. His curve stays upstairs, and it is 1-0.
Jacob hit that pretty hard. That grass isn't that shallow, and it went all the way to the warning track.
There's a Zenzel fastball that'll find the zone, and that'll even the count on Clayton at 1-1. And now Ethan Payne, the catcher, is going to call time. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Raspberry swings and misses at that curve. And Zenzel works ahead 1-2. Cole Solomon waits on deck for Hayes. Raspberry takes strike 3 on the outside corner. Down goes Clayton on strikes, and there are 2 outs here in the fourth inning. Cole Solomon to the plate now. Switch hitter will dig in from the right side to face the lefty Zenzel. Boston still leads from second base here in the 4th inning. Here comes the first pitch. Cole's going to ground it right to the third baseman. Sorensen, he's going to throw across. A nice pick there by Brady Sargent. And that'll do it for the Larks, but they pick up a pair of runs on 2 hits, highlighted by the Jacob Boston double. No El Dorado errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom half of the 4th here at McDonald Stadium in El Dorado. Larks on top of the Broncos. It's 2-0.
And to the Larks Network.
Tyler Blomster back to the mound here for the bottom of the 4th inning in El Dorado. He's going to face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for El Dorado. Aaron Mack's going to lead it off as he takes ball 1 outside from Blomster. Here comes Tyler's 1-0. Swung on and missed, took some off there and got a big swing from Aaron Mack, but he was out in front. So it seems every game nowadays here for the Larks is either a 9-inning sprint that lasts just over 2 hours or a at least 9-inning marathon that lasts over 4. There is no in between. Swing and a miss there by Mack once again, and the count is even here at 2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that ball is fouled off by Mack over to right field, down into the Larks bullpen. And the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to the first man of the inning, Aaron Mack. He's 1 for 1 as he's singled. 2-2, ground ball up the middle, fielded by Randall at second. He will fire it over to Rensel. It is in time, and there is 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter for the 2nd time, Brady Sargent.
Number 26, first baseman, Brady Sargent.
He is 0 for 1, struck out looking in the 1st. He'll dig in on the right side to face the righty Blomster. Here comes the first pitch. Off speed, got Sargent to swing, and it is 0-1. So Blomster has been getting better as the summer rolls along. In his last start for Hayes, he struck out 12 in 6 innings. He has just 3 strikeouts tonight, but he is nonetheless working quickly here through the Broncos order. There's a check swing. Did he go? He did. Home plate umpire is not going to need a check as he makes that call, and there are quickly 2 outs here in the 4th inning. So strikeout number 4 there for Blomster. John Sorensen's going to come to the plate now for El Dorado, trying to extend the inning here and keep El Dorado batting as Blomster has mowed through that batting order here in the last 2 innings. as that one is low, ball one. Trying to get a shutdown inning after the Larks took the lead in the top half as he misses again, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. There's an off-speed pitch that Blomster got across, and he's back in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Sorensen's 0 for 1. And Blomster is in danger here of putting a base runner on with the walk. 3 balls and 1 strike to the third baseman, Sorensen. Here comes the pitch from Tyler. There's one up the middle. Hager's going to go to a slide, make the play, throw to first in time. Devin Hager continues to show off the glove at shortstop, and that's going to end the inning. So once again, Tyler Blomster gets the Broncos in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We have played 4 here at McDonald Stadium in El Dorado. Larks on top of the Broncos 2-0.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
And we're back here in El Dorado, top of the 5th inning. This one moving right along. We are not even an hour old, and we're already halfway through this contest. As the Larks are going to send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate to face the starter, Dylan Zenzel. The count is even here on Matt Munoz. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wolverton waits on deck. Randall in the hole. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there by Matt as he fell away from that one, and it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2, swing and a miss, down goes Munoz, and there is one quick out here in the 5th inning. Coming to the plate now for the Larks is going to be the catcher number 17, Scott Wolverton. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out back in the 3rd inning, so he'll try and get the Larks on board here and get them rolling in the 5th. Here comes the first pitch from the lefty, Zenzel. Curveball, strike 1. Found the outside corner with that off-speed pitch. Takes that to even the count at 1. So if you can get on base for the top of the order, that is a huge positive. 1-1, low, I guess, and Scott works ahead 2-1. Here comes Zenzel's 2-1 pitch. There's strike number 2 as again he will paint the outside corner. So both strikes here to Wolverton have been really nicely placed over the outside corner of the plate. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one a little bit too far outside, and Scott works the count full here against Zenzel in the 5th inning. Top of the 4th in Derby. The Twins lead the Dodge City A's 7-3. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman, Sorensen. He's going to field and throw in plenty of time to get Wolverton, and there are 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Liberal BJs, they were victorious earlier this afternoon against the Kansas Cannons, 12-5 down in Augusta. So that'll bring the top of the order. Ryan Randall's going to step back in here for the Larks. He is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out so far tonight. Great Bend and Hayesville playing a doubleheader tonight in Great Bend after the rain out last night. As Randall swings through that fastball, it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Zenzel. In the turf, gets away from Payne, and that'll even the count at 1. The 1-1 to Randall. Curveball low and away, ball 2. Top of the 4th in Great Bend. No score between the Batcats and the Aviators. Randall's going to ground that one to the second baseman, Sheets. He fields and throws. And that is out number 3. Larks are down in order here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We have played 4.5 here in El Dorado. Larks lead the Broncos 2-0.
Wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
And we're back here in El Dorado, bottom of the 5th. Blomster back to the mound. Tanner Sheets going to lead it off for El Dorado. Count is 0-1. Now he grounds it to Randall, who ranges to his left, fields, and throws him out at first. Another quick out for Tyler Blomster, and that is the first out here in the 5th. So Blomster got a lead an inning ago from Jacob Boston and his offense, and he is not slowed down as he continues to mow down the El Dorado hitters. I believe El Dorado still has just the 1 hit. Pete Caravala is going to step in and take strike number 1. 57th pitch of the night delivered by Tyler Blomster. It misses, and that'll even the count. 54th pitch of the night delivered by Blomster. So a few off there. There's number 55, and that's grounded to Rensel. He's got to wait to field, but he has time to take it himself. Another ground ball out by Blomster, and there are 2 away. He is making a living here in the last inning or 2 on the ground. First pitch to Ethan Payne misses for ball one. Let's check the ground outs here by Blomster. He's got 7 ground ball outs so far tonight. I also counted the fielder's choices because he recorded an out on those plays. So 7 men have been retired via the ground ball from Blomster tonight. And count moves to 2-1. Payne's going to foul it off, and Blomster's a pitch away here from getting out of the 5th, as he's thrown just 7 pitches here in the 5th inning. Two, swing and a miss. Down goes Ethan Payne, and on just 9 pitches, Blomster retires the Broncos in the 5th inning. We head to the 6th here at McDonald Stadium in El Dorado. Larks still lead the Broncos 2-0.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at McDonald Stadium in El Dorado, 2-0 Larks. We move to the 6th inning. Devin Hager's going to lead it off against Dylan Zenzel. 2, 3, and 4 due up, and Devin's going to take strike 1 over the outside corner. So a pretty good matchup on the mound here tonight, as Zenzel delivers the 0-1 again, the outside corner, and Devin falls behind 0-2. Here comes Zenzel's 0-2 pitch. And this time Devin's going to pop it up into right field. Over comes Coyne. He will make the play. 1 up, 1 down for Dylan Zenzel here in the 6th inning. Wyatt Divis steps in now for the Larks. Wyatt is 1 for 2. He's singled back in the 4th. Came around to score on the double by Jacob Boston. He'll dig in on the left side to face the lefty. Here comes the first pitch to Wyatt. Ground ball over to the second baseman, Sheets. He's going to field to his left and throw out Divis for out number 2 here in the 6th inning. So John Rensel to the plate now for the Larks here with nobody aboard. 2 men out in the 6th inning. Larks on top of the Broncos. It's 2-0. We are right about now, somewhere here, give or take a few minutes, hitting the hour mark of tonight's game, and we're in the 6th. As John takes strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Rensel's going to take a ball low, and that'll even the count at 1. So Wednesday night in Hayes, we had a 2-hour, 12-minute game. Then last night we had a marathon again, and tonight we're on pace to have another 2-hour and 12-minute game.
May not be that long.
As Rensel swings through that one and falls behind 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Zenzel. Curveball just missed outside, and Rensel's going to stay alive with an even count of 2-2. Here comes Zenzel's 2-2 pitch. Outside, and the count is full. So John works the count full. Chance to get on base here. Jacob Boston waits on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Lined up the middle over the head of Caleb Littlejim into left center field. Rensel's going to try for 2. He's going to be in there standing up. That's a 2-out double for John Rensel Jr. And the Larks have a runner in scoring position here in the 6th inning. Good piece of hitting there by Rensel to put that one back up the middle.
You got full counts. You got full counts and one less than full counts. They know what he did last night.
That'll bring Jacob Boston to the plate now for Hayes, and he can come through again and extend this Larks lead here in the 6th inning. Currently 2-0. Boston, his last time up, doubled in a pair. Here comes the first pitch from Zenzel. Up and away, ball 1. So an insurance run can never hurt. Here, Blomster is throwing the ball really well, but I'm sure he would not complain with a 3-0 lead. Here comes the 1-0 to Jacob. That one's low and in the dirt. Rensel's going to take off for third. It's going to be close. He's safe. As Jacob takes ball number 2, Rensel's going to advance to third on the ball that just kind of got away from Payne. So Rensel picks up 90 feet, moves to third base. 2 balls, no strikes here to Boston. Here comes the pitch from Zenzel. Off speed, that one finds the zone, and Dillon gets a strike. Here comes the 2-1 to Boston. He swings at a pitch that might have stayed outside, but he fouls that off, and the count is 2-2. Clayton Raspberry waits on deck for the Larks. Two from Dylan Zenzel. Here it comes. Grounded fair down the line. And he's not going to get him. Boston is safe at first base. That is an infield RBI single for Jacob Boston. He's going to tack on another one as John Rensel comes in to score. It is now 3-0 Hayes here in the 6th inning. Placed it perfectly down that line. John Sorensen made a nice play to glove the ball, but just didn't have the arm strength to throw out Boston. So Jacob's going to be on first. Clayton Raspberry will be the hitter now with 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch. Low and in, ball 1. Raspberry takes the 1-0 for strike 1. The 1-1 is grounded foul by Clayton. And it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Raspberry. And he's going to lay off that one. He did not go around. And he didn't go around. El Dorado people here in the Press box seemed to disagree, but he did not go around. Going to take low and away for ball 2. That'll even the count. So still a chance to do some damage here for Clayton Raspberries. Jacob Boston leads from first. Here comes the pitch. Fastball drilled to right field. Back it goes. It is gone. Clayton Raspberry parks one out in right field. That is good for 2 runs. It is 5-0. Larks on top here in the 6th inning. And out to that short porch in right. It was no doubt the only thing in question was, would it stay fair? Don't have the greatest view on how close that was to being foul, but
Right fielder knew it was a fair.
so now Cole Solomon's going to step in here for the Larks. They've added 3 here in the top of the 6th, all with 2 outs. Solomon's going to take ball 1. Two balls, no strikes here to Cole Solomon. Here comes the pitch. Popped up over the press box, and it's 2-1. Two on to Solomon, lines it over the third baseman. Sorensen into left field. That is another base hit for the Larks here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. That is Cole's 2nd hit of the night. And Dylan Zenzel retired the first 2 men of the inning easily without trouble, and the floodgates have opened since. It started with a John Rensel double. Boston singled him in after he advanced to third on the pass ball. Then Clayton Raspberry came to the plate and put one over the wall in right to add 2 more, and now Cole Solomon comes up with the bases empty and starts it all over again with a single to left. So in what's been a really well-pitched game by both starters, all of a sudden Zenzel finds himself in a 5-0 hole here very quickly in the 6th. That'll bring Matt Munoz to the plate now for the Larks. 2 out, 1 on. Munoz is going to swing through one in the dirt. It's 0-1. Larks looking for consecutive win number 9 here tonight, well on their way. 5-0 lead in the 6th inning. No balls and a strike to Munoz. Here comes the pitch from Zenzel. Curveball, there's strike 2.
0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes to Matt Munoz. Here comes the pitch from Zenzel. Off speed, fouled off by Matt. He's going to stay alive. So Larks not going down easy here in the 6th inning. 4 consecutive hits with 2 outs for the Larks. Here comes the 0-2 again. Munoz is going to ground one sharply, foul past first base. And again, we will have an 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 again to Munoz. He's going to drill that into right field. Another hit for Hayes. That is 5 straight hits for the Larks here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. So now, after seeming early like there was no way Scott Wolverton was going to get up to bat. He's going to have to take a moment to take off his shin guards as he's going to step up to the plate here in the 6th inning after 5 straight Larks hits with 2 outs. And Wolverton digs in on the right side, and he's going to have a chance to bring in another run. Here comes Zenzel's first pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. It's 0-1. Wolverton will take time, take a deep breath, and step back in. No balls and a strike. Zenzel gets his sign from Payne. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss again. That curveball was in the dirt, and it is 0-2. Scott is 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout and a ground out against the lefty Zenzel. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Wolverton goes around and strikes out to end the inning, but the Larks add 3 runs on 5 2-out hits in the 6th. No El Dorado errors, and Hayes leaves 2 men on base. We have played 5.5 here at McDonald Stadium in El Dorado. Larks lead the Broncos 5-0.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 6th here in El Dorado, 5-0. Larks on top of the Broncos. Some frenzy 2-out hitting led to 3 runs, and Blomster now has a 5-run advantage as he moves to the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 count to the first hitter, Austin Toth. Coming into this inning, Blomster had thrown just 60 pitches, so this is pitch number 63, and it looks like he's going to get the first out as Hager fields and throws, and he does. So 1 out here in the 6th inning, and that's going to flip the Broncos lineup over once again. Caleb Littlejim is going to step to the plate once again here for El Dorado. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Pair of ground outs. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd. So he's been on base once. Here comes the first pitch from Blomster. High and away, ball 1. So as expected, no buddy up in the Larks bullpen as Blomster is mowing through the El Dorado order. No runs on 1 hit here through 5 1/3. Here comes the 1-1 to Littlejim, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And as I just briefly touched on earlier, Tyler Blomster has been getting better and better and better with every start he has made. And tonight so far has been his best start of the year. Coming off that 12 strikeout performance of Great Bend, he is delivering a gem here so far tonight as he strikes out Littlejim, but Wolverton's going to throw it down And they're going to complete the strikeout, and once again, Blomster has quickly retired the first two Broncos. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th. Jarrett Coyne to the plate for El Dorado. That was strikeout number 7 for Blomster. Here comes the first pitch. Deep fly ball left center. Over is Boston and Munoz. That's going to be off the wall. It'll be fielded by Munoz. He's going to make a good throw into second. That'll be a 2-out double for Jarrett Coyne here in the 6th inning. So that's pretty much the first mistake pitch that Blomster has made tonight. It's just the second hit of the night for the Broncos. That'll bring Aaron Mack to the plate, and he is responsible for the first hit. So El Dorado, a small chance here to get a run back and potentially get on the board as Blomster looks to work around the 2-out double. Here comes the first pitch to Mack. Swing and a miss as Tyler took some off. And it's 0-1. Blomster gets his sign from Wolverton. He is ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. In the turf, blocked by Wolverton. And the count is even at 1. So the El Dorado Broncos and their fans just looking for anything really to cheer about, as it was pretty loud for that double by Coyne, as they have been quiet all night against Blomster, as his 1-1 misses in the turf again, and it is 2-1 to the DH Aaron Mack. Derby Twins still lead Dodge City 7-3. That game is in the 5th in game 2 of a doubleheader. Great Bend leads Hayesville 2-0. I get a score on game 1. Game 1 was won by Hayesville 3-0. So here comes the 2-1 pitch from Tyler Blomster to Mack. That one is flied out to left. Going to be a long-ish run for Munoz. He will make the play in the gap in left center, and that is the inning. So Tyler Blomster works around the 2-out double and keeps the shutout intact here at El Dorado. We head to the 7th inning at McDonald Stadium. Larks on top of the Broncos, 5-0. And we're back here in El Dorado, top of the 7th. Larks lead the Broncos 5-0. New pitcher for El Dorado is going to be number 23, Rustin Hayes. He comes in to tonight's contest with a record of no wins and no losses, has an ERA of 1. Has thrown 9 innings, and he's going to face the top of the Larks order. Here comes the pitch to Randall. Swings through that one. Here comes the pitch from Hayes. Randall's going to slap it into left field. That one's going to get foul and drop harmlessly over there in the grass. Dylan Zenzel tonight goes 6 innings. He gives up 5 runs on 8 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 7. So really not a bad night on the mound at all for Zenzel. Just kind of got away from him there with 2 outs in the 6th. It's the 0-2 to Randall. Swing and a miss. Down goes Ryan. And there is 1 away here in the Larks' 7th. First pitch to Hager is golfed into left center. It's going to be Austin Toth. He's going to make the play, and there are quickly 2 outs here in the Larks' 7th. Wyatt Divis, the batter now for the Larks. 2 outs, nobody on top of the 7th. 5-0. Hayes leads over El Dorado. First pitch is grounded out to the second baseman, Sheets. He's going to field and throw to Sargent at first in time. And the Larks are quickly down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 7th. It is stretch time, believe it or not, already here in El Dorado. Larks on top of the Broncos. It is 5-0. And we're back here in El Dorado, bottom of the 7th inning. Tyler Blomster needed just 73 pitches to work through the Broncos 6 times, and he is quickly ahead of Brady Sargent, 0-2 here to begin the 7th. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down he goes. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. Another strikeout for Tyler Blomster and 1 quick out here in the 7th inning. So Tyler is absolutely rolling here tonight against the Broncos. He is not messing around. A single in the top of the 1st and a double in the 6th, and that is it for El Dorado. As John Sorensen will step in and take ball number 1. I don't think Tyler's walked anybody tonight either or hit a batter. Bounce towards second base. It's going to be fielded by Randall. He's going to throw out Sorensen. 2 outs here for Blomster in the 7th. So Blomster has thrown 5 pitches here in the inning, and he's got 2 outs in the 7th inning. So 4-3 on that ground out, and that'll bring Sheets to the plate, and that hit him. Caught his jersey. So that is the 2nd hit by pitch from Tyler Blomster tonight. And that'll put a base runner on for the Broncos here with 2 outs. Pete Caravala to the plate, and he'll dig in on the left side. Runner on first for the Broncos. 2 outs. That one for 2. Caravala misses. And it is 1-0. Caravala hits that one into center. Munoz isn't going to get there. That's a hit for Pete Caravala. And now back-to-back men aboard here for El Dorado in the 7th inning. So this is the most trouble Blomster's been in all night, and it's really no trouble at all with 2 outs and a 5-run lead here in the 7th inning, and that'll bring up Ethan Payne. So Blomster just 1 out away of working through 7 innings as he delivers the first pitch to Payne. Strike number 1 right down the middle. The 0-1 high and away. That's even for ball 1. Blomster will toe the rubber from the stretch. Pair of Broncos on board. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch to Payne. 1-1, swung on and missed as that curveball dove away from Ethan Payne, and it's 1-2. Toby Scholes, the lefty, warming up in the pen for the Larks, as he followed Blomster on Wednesday night against Great Bend. 1-2, swing and a miss. Wolverton's going to have to throw it down. He does to complete the strikeout. 8 strikeouts for Tyler Blomster through 7 innings as he works around the hit batter. And the single to keep the Broncos off the board. 85 pitches through 7 for Blomster. We head to the 8th inning here at McDonald Stadium. Larks cruising on top of the Broncos 5-0.
To the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here in El Dorado, top of the 8th inning. John Rensel Jr. is going to lead it off. He's going to face Rustin Hayes as he delivers strike 1 to Rensel. Righty-lefty matchup. Here comes the pitch to John. Curveball catches the zone, and it's 0-2. Rensel swings and misses at that outside pitch. Down goes John, and there is one out here in the top of the 8th inning.
There's nobody on board for Boston.
Jacob Boston comes to the plate now for the Larks. He is 2 for 3, has all 3 RBI, or 3 of the 5. I guess I forgot about the Raspberry home run, but 3 of the 5 RBIs for Boston as he's going to sharply ground one to Sheets, who's going to field and throw him out. 2 down here in the top of the 8th, and this game is just not breaking stride.
We have a winner for our patriotic quilt. It is
As
Abigail
Clayton
Banger.
Raspberry steps in now, and there's a chance that this game could be completed in under 2 hours here tonight in El Dorado. Here comes the first pitch from Hayes to Raspberry, low for ball 1. As Blomster's been in a groove all night, and Hayes is settling into one here for El Dorado as he delivers ball 2 to Raspberry.
A little cautious from the last at bat.
Raspberry takes another one, and it is 3-0. Here comes the 3-0 from Hayes to Raspberry. And he takes a strike all the way. So the count moves to 3-1. Raspberry takes another strike. And the count is now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on for the Larks here in the top of the 8th, leading 5-0. Here comes the payoff pitch. Up and away, ball 4, and that is a 2-out walk to Clayton Raspberry, and the Larks will have a base runner here in the 8th inning.
That's what, his 17th walk?
So that is the
16, it was one over.
17th walk of the year for Clayton Raspberry. Now they're going to try and throw over, and that ball is going to get away all the way to the fence down by the Larks bullpen, and Raspberry is going to pick up 2 bases as Clayton is going to take third on the error by the pitcher Hayes as he throws that one away all the way down into the Larks bullpen out in right field, and Raspberry easily takes 2 bases. So Solomon will dig in now on the left side to face Hayes, and he's got a chance to pad the lead. And Hayes is going to work out of the windup. Here comes the first pitch to Cole. Off speed, catches the zone, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Up and out, that fastball misses, and that'll even the count at 1. And the 1-1. Off speed again. Gets Cole down to a knee. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 to Solomon. Sidearm as he changes his arm slot there to deliver that one. And Cole's going to foul it off and hang around here and see another pitch at 1-2. So Rustin Hayes back on the rubber out of the windup. Here comes the 1-2 again. That one missed outside as well, and Cole evens the count at 2. Clayton Raspberry waits still on third after he walked and took third on the 2-base error by the pitcher Hayes. Here comes the 2-2 after the foul ball there by Solomon. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sidearm delivery once again, and that one misses away once again, and Solomon comes back and works the count full. The payoff pitch, Solomon's going to ground it to the second baseman, Sheets. He's going to throw to first in time, and that is the inning. So no runs for the Larks on no hits, one El Dorado error, and Hayes leaves one man on base. We head to the last of the 8th here in El Dorado. Larks on top of the Broncos. It is 5-0.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name.
And we're back here in El Dorado. Bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher for the Larks is going to be number 20, Toby Scholes. Blomster's night is done, and Toby's going to face the 9-1-2 Bronco hitters. Austin Toth's going to lead it off. It's 0-1. Toby, lefty from the Colorado School of Mines. He is 2-0 on the summer with a 2.04 ERA, 17 2/3 innings pitched. Will come in to relieve after a beautiful night by Tyler Blomster. He goes 7 innings tonight, gives up no runs on 3 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts, and just 85 pitches. So a great night for Blomster. And we'll see if Toby can keep the Broncos off the board here and keep that shutout. There's a whole lot of zeros up on that scoreboard. Larks picked up 2 runs in the 4th and 3 more in the 6th. And that is it. 2-1 from Scholes. It's high, and the count is 3-1 to the 9-hole hitter Toth. Here comes the 3-1 to Toth. And that one is lined into left field. That's a base hit for Austin Toth. And El Dorado has their leadoff man on here in the 8th inning. Top of the order for El Dorado, Caleb Littlejim to the plate here for the Broncos. He's 0 for 3 tonight. See if maybe Scholes can get himself a double play ball here. First pitch to Littlejim, low ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Scholes. Littlejim's going to ground it to third. Solomon's going to throw to Randall for 1. Back to first in time. A 5-4-3 twin killing for Toby Scholes. And there are 2 outs here in the 8th inning. So just what Toby was looking for there after the leadoff single. It's wiped away, and he's got 2 here in the 8th inning. Jarrett Coyne to the plate now for El Dorado. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 from Scholes misses. That'll even the count. Toby misses there once again. The count is 2 balls and a strike here to Jarrett Coyne. Last of the 8th, 2 outs, nobody on for the Broncos. They trail the Larks 5-0. 2-1, and Coyne will swing through that off-speed pitch by Scholes, and the count is 2-2. Ground ball by Coyne, fielded by Solomon, ranging to his left. A strong throw is in time as Rensel makes a nice stretch there, and Toby Scholes works around a leadoff single with the help of that double play ball. And El Dorado is done here in the 8th inning. We move to the 9th at McDonald Stadium. Larks on top of the Broncos 5-0.
Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here in El Dorado, top of the 9th inning, 8-9-1, due up for the Larks. Rustin Hayes back to the mound for El Dorado. This game is 17 minutes shy of 2 hours. So if this game can finish up here in the next 17 minutes or so, 16 minutes or so, we will play a game under 2 hours tonight in El Dorado, as Blomster was simply dominant tonight on the hill for the Larks, as Munoz is going to foul that off. And it's... I'm not sure what the count is, to be honest with you. 1-2. Munoz grounds that foul, stays alive.
Total amount tonight was $289. The winner will get $144.50.
Here comes the 1-2 again to Munoz. Curveball outside, ball 2, that'll even the count. Scott Wolverton waits on deck for the Larks, followed by the top of the order, Ryan Randall. So first pitch tonight was at 7:23. It is 9:07, and we are in the 9th as Munoz is going to take another ball, and that's going to fill up the count here to lead off the 9th inning. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 is called. Munoz knew it as he takes a curve ball, and there's 1 out here in the 9th. That'll bring the catcher, Scott Wolverton, back to the plate. He is 0 for 3. Wolverton's going to dig in on the right side to face Hayes. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 9th. Here comes the first pitch. Strike number 1. Good off speed. Dropped it in on the inside corner. Here comes the 0-1. Wolverton's going to ground it foul past third base, and it is quickly 0-2.
The first 3 numbers on the ticket will be 931.
So Hayes is going to step back onto the rubber now after a foul ball. Works from the windup, 0-2 to Scott Wolverton. 1 out, top 9. Here comes the pitch. Sidearm strikes out Wolverton, looking on a ball on the inside corner. And there are 2 away here in the top of the 9th. So that'll bring the top of the batting order, Ryan Randall, to the plate here for Hayes. He is 0 for 4 tonight. That is Rustin Hayes' 4th strikeout. 11 Ks tonight for El Dorado pitching, so not a terrible night on the mound for El Dorado. Larks just put together 5 consecutive 2-out hits in the 6th to kind of blow this one opener. I mean, it's been a 2-0 game.
Jacob Austin Raspberry.
Here comes the 1-0 to Randall. He fouls it off, and it is even at 1. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Larks. No errors. Tonight's been a clean game. And no runs on 4 hits for El Dorado. So we've seen some good fielding plays made tonight on both sides. Here comes the 1-1 to Randall. Fly ball deep center. Back goes Caravala towards the track. He can't see it. He drops it. It rolls to the wall. Randall's going to take a hard turn around second. He's going to stay right there, and he's back safely. I believe, yes, that is a double for Ryan Randall, as I think he just misread it a little bit and turned around back to his right, and the ball just wasn't where he expected it to be, and it dropped in front of him. So Randall has a double.
Right around dusk, way past dusk.
And again, this time of the night, ball up into the air. We see an outfielder lose track of it. It happened to the Larks last night, ended in a El Dorado run. We'll see what happens tonight after the Larks benefit from the twilight sky. So Randall's on second base with 2 outs. Devin Hager's the hitter. Hager's 0 for 4 tonight as well. Off speed, inside ball 1.
2 pop-ups and 2 ground-outs. No, 3. 3 pop-ups.
The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Sheets. He throws to first in time, and the inning is over. No runs on a hit, no El Dorado errors. 1 man left on base for the Larks. We head to the bottom half of the 9th inning here in El Dorado. Larks on top of the Broncos. It is 5-0.
for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer.
And we're back here in El Dorado, bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Broncos, 5-0 Larks on top. New pitcher for Hayes is going to be number 21, Shane Browning. First pitch is going to be chopped off the plate by Aaron Mack. The throw to first is in time. 1 pitch, 1 out for Browning here in the ninth. So Toby Scholes throws the 8th inning, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He faced 3 batters. So Browning's going to come in now to try and get the last 3 outs, and I guess last 2 outs now. And there's going to be a pinch hitter for El Dorado. Jordan and Standig is going to hit for Brady Sargent. So he'll dig in on the left side. Here comes the first pitch. Strike number 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Standig. Fouled back to the screen. Here comes the Browning delivery. Swung on, miss. Down goes Standig. Wolverton's going to throw on down to complete the strikeout. 2 down here in the bottom of the ninth. John Sorensen to the plate now for El Dorado. He's the last chance. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. Line up the middle, almost takes his head off into center field. And that's going to be a 2-out single for John Sorensen here in the 9th inning. Coming to the plate now for El Dorado is number 3, Tanner Sheets. He'll dig in on the right side. 2 outs. 1 man on base for the Broncos here in the bottom of the 9th. The Larks well on their way to their 9th straight win. First pitch to Sheets is outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Lined foul over to the right past the Larks dugout, and that'll even the count on Sheets at 1. One pitch to Sheets coming from Browning. Swing and a miss, took some off. And now El Dorado is down to their final strike of the evening. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball fouled over into the El Dorado dugout, and the count will remain 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 again to Sheets. High ball 2. And that'll even the count, as Sorensen still leads from first here for El Dorado. Game 3 tomorrow night right here at McDonald's Stadium, 7 o'clock. As it looks like the Larks are going to go for the sweep. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Down he goes. Strike 3 on the swing, and that is the ball game. The Larks win it tonight over the El Dorado Broncos 5-0 in just 1 hour and 54 minutes. Larks improved to 24-5 overall. 18-4 in the Jayhawk League. They remain comfortably in first place. Winning pitcher tonight for the Larks is Tyler Blomster. He improves to 3-2 onto the season with a dominant effort here in El Dorado. 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts on just 85 pitches. Larks are going to go for the sweep tomorrow night right here at McDonald's Stadium. 7 o'clock. First pitch right back here. We will get you started about 6:45, 6:50 with starting lineups. So that is all we have from El Dorado tonight. Once again, in just an hour and 54 minutes, Larks 5-0 winners over the Broncos, and they will go for the sweep tomorrow night. Hopefully everybody has a good rest of the evening. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow night. Good night from McDonald's Stadium in El Dorado.